Colton, thanks for coming in and visiting with us. How did you end up at Hardin-Simmons University?
So the way I ended up at Hardin-Simmons is I was a freshman in high school, small town, didn't really know anybody. And when I got to high school, there was this girl, she was a senior, and she was like, oh, I have this really cool college I want to go to. It's called HSU. You should really check it out. And I was like, sure, cool. I kind of brushed it off. When I got to my junior year, I was searching for colleges, and I couldn't find anything that actually felt like it fit the puzzle piece that I was looking for. And then I kind of like looked back on our texts, and I was like, what was she talking about? And so I texted her, and I was like, hey, you still go to HSU, right? And she was like, yeah. I was like, cool, I'm coming to visit. I want to tour. And I toured, and I just kind of fell in love with the campus because it fit everything I wanted to. Like, other schools felt too big, and it felt like the student to faculty ratio was way too big, and I was going to just be another student in their class. But as soon as I got here, it felt like, hey, I'm actually going to be treated like a person.
So the faculty and staff, you've remarked about the faculty and then the classroom space. What is it that you love about the faculty and staff?
I don't treat them like teachers. I still respect them, but it's not like I come into class, I say hi, and then leave. I can go into their office at any time and be like, hey, I'm struggling with this, like any academic-wise, or I can just go up and talk to them at any point and be like, hey, see the football game last night? Especially Dr. Spangler. I'll walk up to her and be like, how about them Cowboys? And she'll be like, oh, don't get me started.
She's a Cowboy fan.
Yes, she is.
Okay. Why did you pick music and music theater? What is it about that that allows you to become fully who God made you to be?
So I've always been fascinated by theater and music, and being able to put them together just really feels like that's where I belong. Because when I was younger, about 7 or 8 years ago, I got the ability to go to Broadway. And I got to see, like, I think 2 shows, and I got to sit. It was a little far away, but it was close enough to really feel like I was in the action. I got to see Wicked, and I was right there. And as soon as one of the lead guys started singing, he was performing and dancing and acting all at the same time, I just felt something in me, and I was like, if I can make other people feel the way I'm feeling just by doing what he was doing, I think that's the reason God gave me these talents.
Wow.
So that I can motivate people to do that.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay, so do you have a favorite musical or play or something or composition that this is mine, this inspires me?
Wicked's always been one of my favorites. I think one of my favorite shows, I also got the luxury of being in it. It's called Tuck Everlasting. I got to play the amazing role of the villain, who wore a bright yellow suit and a top hat, had a cane, and danced everywhere, and he owned a carnival.
Okay.
I got to talk in a funny little accent, and it was so much fun because anytime I was on stage, it didn't feel like I was acting. It literally just felt like I was just joking around.
Well, I'm sure you did a good job. I know you're very busy all the time, but when you have free time, what do you like to do?
One of my favorite things to do, I actually just got done doing this because I had about an hour of free time. I love playing board games. Board games, card games,
Really?
Anything like that. If I can get a couple of my friends to sit down, play like Monopoly, Ticket to Ride, anything like that, that's a good afternoon.
Are you a big Risk fan?
I have played Risk once, and it went on for about 5 hours.
It's too long.
Yes.
I agree. Any vacations you and your family have been on, or your friends, that you can remember good memories?
I think one of the earliest vacations I can remember was when I got to go to Disney World and Universal. That was so much fun because my mom, she kind of splurged and like did a bunch of research and was like, all right, let's make this the best vacation possible. We got like meal plans and like tickets to like a bunch of like fast passes. It felt like every little kid's dream. I was able to just do whatever I wanted.
That's a good memory. Well, I appreciate you coming in and sharing your story, and thank you for being a leader on campus and not only sharing your life but sharing your talents.
Thank you.